Welcome back, Mosh Pit Podcast. I'm not lying when I say this. Dream fucking episode right now. Jason from Fever fucking 333 is in this motherfucker.
Yo, appreciate you. You are good at this already, I can tell. That was good. Appreciate you.
Dude, I am not lying. I haven't done a post show in a minute. I love doing post shows.
Yeah.
Now I get to we can talk a little bit about the show a little bit.
Yep.
But honestly, I don't know if you guys are going to post it. I have a little clip on my phone. That end of the show, he grabs the banner from the back and he just goes here to the crowd and they stretch it out. He goes, all right.
Yeah, man.
Yoink.
It's like a little makeshift trampoline, you know what I mean? Yeah, it was fun.
Dude, you are so original with your shit.
I appreciate
You had the same, because when I first saw you, Aftershock 2018.
Yep.
Back when you were the Fever.
Yeah, that's right. Damn, that's right. Before I got sued.
Oh, yeah. Dude, when I first saw you at the show, you had the same experience. There's only like a couple bands, you and Knock Loose, that I didn't hear before I saw them live.
Yeah.
And the energy.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
You bring is just it's mind blowing. Because it's just every time I have a lot of friends that know I love you.
Yeah.
And they'll send me stuff. I got a lot of videos from Wart.
Oh yeah, that shit was fun.
Yeah.
That was fun.
That was you with the barricade.
Yeah, I just honestly, it's not, there's no rhyme or reason really. The banner right now and that barricade, I just saw it, grabbed it, and was I don't know what's gonna happen next, and I got lucky. It's usually the people. The people make everything kind of work out. It's a symbiotic relationship between me and the crowd, really. And so I'm just really lucky. I'm happy to fucking be here.
Yes. I'm not gonna get emotional.
Yeah.
So I lost my mom in 2022. My mom was my concert buddy.
Yeah, I'm sorry, brother.
When I saw you in 2018, I was in the pit at another, I forgot who was playing. My mom texted me, Favorite 333 is doing a meet and greet.
Oh.
I'm going to wait in line for you.
Oh, Mom. I love that.
I don't have that many bands where I can connect my mom with.
Yeah.
And, okay, it means a lot.
I appreciate you. I appreciate that, all that. There you go.
I also want to ask you a question. A big one that I've been thinking about, and it's hard for me to ask people this, but I really want to get your perspective.
Yeah.
How do you see yourself, and how do you want others to see you?
Ooh. Look, that's a really good question, because as of recent, let's say the past year, I've really sort of amplified and sort of kicked into hyperdrive with my idea of identity and trying to alleviate that. So to be honest, I want to see myself as an authentic and genuine person, somebody that puts forth I want to be of service, really. That's really what I hope to do. If there's any identity that I'm really concerned with, it's being a father to my 2 children. But besides that, honestly, I really have suspended any sort of care about how I'm viewed at this point, because I think what happens is exogenous forces will influence your behavior based on what you think other people think of you.
Yeah.
When in reality, that it's not a mirror. You're not being reflected back to you. You're being processed by one person, and then they're giving you their perspective. Mm-hmm. And so you can get lost in all of that. And I think that you just, as long as you know that you are a value-based person and your values are aligned with as many moves as you can make, then I'm good. So the former part of that question is, if there's any identity, I want to be seen as someone of service and a good father. But outside of that, I just have to know that I'm doing my best to be those things.
You're one of the biggest hustlers I know. And
Thank you, bro.
The fact that you are the definition of work-life balance.
Thank you.
To me.
Thank you.
And the fact that you also make sure you focus on family.
Yeah, man.
It means a lot to me as well.
Yeah.
And your kids are lucky to have you.
Dude, I appreciate that so much, man. It's crazy being out here, man, on tour and having to talk to them through a digital platform, FaceTime and shit. But it's just, I really think that anything that I do on that stage, on wax, in interviews, it's got to always make its way back to the benefactors that are my children. And if it benefits my children, then it can benefit the world, because they are posterity. They are the future. Yeah. So I really that's kind of like my North Star, really.
I feel that I actually recently got to bring my little cousin to a show with me while
Yep.
I was doing podcasting.
Yep.
He was like blown away. He was like, dude, I thought like you were just doing it, but like being here and seeing everybody here that loves you
Yep.
and doing this shit. And
Yep.
it was like, he was like, this is surreal.
Yep.
And he's like, he told me I've known you my whole life and I've never seen you this happy.
I love that.
I was like, oh, dude.
I love that. But living in your light too, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, that's what we tend to forget. And again, in the era in which we exist, whether that be the advent of social media, the digital age, AI, et cetera, whatever. I know there's all these fucking hot button words, but like, I believe that the best example and demonstration you can present is living in your light, like feeling like you're in your purpose, and then being demonstrative of happiness, of purpose, of values to people. You can say something to your cousin, I can say something to my kids, or I can show them.
Yeah.
And I think showing them is one of the greatest gifts.
Yeah, like one of the biggest like people that from my past are like being proud of what I do, but like when I got a phone call from my school, my high school,
That's so cool.
and they said, "Hey, we would love to have you come talk about the music industry."
That is so cool.
And I was like,
Yeah.
"What the fuck?"
Yeah.
And it's like I wasn't like a kid with great grades, but
Right.
like I was like, even my teachers go, "At least you found a career where you can talk."
Yo. But you found, look, honestly, to me, one of the greatest things that I've learned over time, and that I sort of see crystallizing in my own, in my mind and in my life right now is purpose, and understanding that it's ever changing, and that the experiences, the begin and end, and there's a momentary phenomena.
Yeah.
Every moment, right? We can have something amazing happen, miraculous, but just being here is already sick. And when you can appreciate that, then you start to understand that your purpose is also aligned with literally your existence, right? Like if you can find that and do, and as you see, right, like doing this,
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I just think it's like really, really inspiring.
Yes.
Like honestly, like your energy, your desire for something, and then manifesting and creating this thing that would not exist, would not be for you.
Exactly, and like the way everything fell into place, it was like my mom died in February 2022, and September of 2022, I lost my job I had for 6 years, and then October, I meet Katie Babs from SiriusXM Octane.
Yeah, that's the homegirl.
She goes, "Chris, you should do this."
I love that.
And I was like, "I don't know though," and she's like, "Just do one thing. Get any band, a local band, and sit down and talk with them, and talk to 3 bands and see how you feel."
That's so dope.
And I was like, all right. I did my first band, cool. Second band, we talked for 5 hours.
There you go.
And then third band was Head PE.
Yup.
Pre-show interview, and that's when I started doing shit at concerts.
That's crazy.
And then Trauma, when he used to play with them, he was like, "This shit's a ladder, and you need to be around your community and support everybody around you."
Yes,
And
I love that.
And from then it was a spiral. Like New Year's this year, I'm going to be having my 100th episode.
Go ahead. Congrats. That's so sick.
And like, if you would have told me back in high school at midnight, riding my cruiser around,
Yo,
screaming,
that's
"This is
crazy.
and
That's
like, I was
crazy.
screaming your music in the
That's
neighborhood.
crazy.
People yelling, "Shut the fuck up!"
I love it. I love it.
And I'm just like, and it's very surreal to be here. I mean, you guys know I've had acid bath on, and like this is still even top tier.
I appreciate you.
And I also want to ask you, seeing you in 2018, what do you have a band that like felt surreal to work with?
I mean, really, like starting this project with Travis, from Blink was pretty surreal. Like, I mean, that to me, because again, like my entry into, he was like right around my entry point to punk rock. I had these skate videos and even surf videos at the time. I'm from, LA, Southern California by the beach. And so I would hear Blink. I mean, it was kind of ubiquitous with Southern California. But for him to approach me, especially at the time when he did, where I was like really kind of unsure about my trajectory and path in music. I was in another band, and at the time, and I was having my first kid, and I was like, I don't know what to do. So I was just hustling, like literally trying to peddle these fucking vegan, gluten-free cookie accounts to rich-ass stores in Calabasas. And his daughter happened to know my old band and told him I was there, and he pulled up on me, and the rest is history. So, I mean, to really do that and then have that braid itself with a relationship I already had with John Feldman, who's been a friend of mine forever, it's like, I don't know, man. It really makes me believe in some sort of understanding of divinity and like, these sort of kismet happenings. And I don't know. It's like a beautiful type of chaos. If it was coincidence, then I'm pretty fucking lucky.
I know. Oh fuck. There we go. Yep, voice is going. I feel it because like it doesn't feel like everything was put in place, but at the same time it does. I feel like I've been grinding, but at the same time it's like every show I go to, I meet somebody. And like people like that know me a little bit, they've known when I was starting, I was the networking mother. Right.
And
I was just like outside of venues after shows. Here's a sticker. I did a podcast with the headliner. Here's a sticker. I did a podcast with the headliner. Just like passing.
That's how you do it. That's that energy though. That's how all of this works. I mean, even if you want like beyond all the woo-woo fucking fantastical enchanted shit about it, like. The science of it all is like, this is just energy, like all of this, right? Like every experience is just an exchange of energy. So you doing that and putting that forth, it will, if not reciprocated immediately, it'll find its way back to you. And that's what you're doing now.
That's why like I named my thing Mosh Pit Podcast. Is like growing up, I started going to shows when I was 11.
Yeah.
And I was always like, I'd be around the same area and people would be like, oh, it's the Mosh Pit kid.
Oh, I love that. And
I'd be in that thing swinging. I still do. I still get in that pit no matter what. And even like 98 Rock from SAC would be like, the host would be like, Chris, just relax. I'm like, nah. I'm here to give the band the energy that they fucking deserve.
But you live this shit though. Like that's the thing, right? This is a lifestyle. Yeah. Like this shit is and it more than, at least in my cognizant timeline, like I feel like rock and alternative music and all of this these spaces are becoming prevalent. Like I mean they're becoming dominant, and that's because people really invest a very genuine, authentic type of energy into it.
Yes. And that's why, like, even with what you were saying tonight of, like, technology and like, putting the phones down, it's like I'll usually take one video of the band right at the beginning and I put my phone away.
Yeah, man.
And I'm either in that pit or grabbing a drink of fucking water.
Yeah. I feel recharging. I know. I think that's the thing is I believe that live music is a gift. And I think that being able to congregate under, the sort of blanket and umbrella of art is a gift and a privilege. So I just want to honor that, whether I'm on stage or I'm at a show myself. Like I just want to honor it by giving it my attention and my energy, really.
Yeah, and like you giving your energy for your kids and having this stuff to like show your kids. I feel the same way, and like having as many episodes as I've had, it's almost like its own diary.
Yes.
Of like seeing what I've like done and everything.
Yes.
And like the fact that future generations may be able to look at my thing and go, maybe I don't have to work in an office.
Absolutely. Especially with the way the direction it seems that we're going again with the job market and again technology and its involvement in the job market. It's like we need to humanize opportunities.
Yes.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Because, I still work a 9 to 5.
Yep.
And it's crazy because everybody at my fucking work watches my shit.
That's so tight.
And it's like, my supervisor just goes, concert this weekend?
Love it, dude. But that's the thing, though, too, is like, again, you're demonstrating an exhibition of the alternative path. Like that to me is you can say it all you want, but like when you do it, you are, like I said, like you're an exhibition, you're the show for these people to be like, you know what, maybe I don't have to like completely abide or adhere to these constructs that I actually don't even really believe in. Yeah. You know what I mean? I think that's important.
Yeah, like I tell people, I'm like, I mean, I am like I guess a podcaster, but even when I started, I used to tell people I'm like, I'm not a podcaster. I'm just a fucking fan of this music, and I like to pick these bands' brains.
Yeah, man. Look, one of my favorite podcasters and people is Alison Hagendorf, and like she's just like I tell her all she's like the queen of rock. Like she is a fan of music and then is able to offer us platforms and catalyze us into positions where people care, and she does it because she loves it. Like it's, again, she's of service.
Yeah.
She lives to be of service, and it's so beautiful and genuine. And I actually just got to see her again at Warped, and I literally had just come off stage, and I was, fucking what I am, just soaked and all a mess. And I had to stop, and I jumped in and sat down and did a quick podcast with her because she's somebody that I feel is not only, someone I care about, but that is necessary in perpetuating and sustaining this culture.
Yeah, I feel that same way. And like now producing the guy that's behind the cameras podcasts and doing that for them. And then also I just, like, this past week I got to help my buddy Jay from X Breakdown King. He's a big, he posts a lot of clips and does a lot of promotion.
Yeah.
He's a very big promoter, and he's really good. And he asked for my help to try to get, because I do Aftershock ticket giveaways.
Love it.
And I connected him with the DWP people.
Yep.
He got to do it.
Yep.
And he said it was thanks to you. And I'm like, nah, we are all in this scene, and we all have to work together to make this scene into a bigger place.
That's the thing, man. Look, like at the end of the day, I think that this scarcity mindset or this idea of competition to me is absurd, and really, to be quite frank, like pretty arbitrary at this point. I think that we need to understand that, the way that we can work in community with each other, and we don't have to exploit systems or resources or each other, and when we actually understand that the more of us that are winning, the better, the more enriched the scene or the culture becomes, and then that actually then creates more opportunities for more of us. So I always say, like, to me, man, when we talk about numbers and quantifying art, that's sports at that point. And if I want to play sports, I'll go hoop, I'll go kick a soccer ball, I'll play darts even. But I'm not here to quantify art. Like, I'm here to make art for art's sake, not to play a sport.
That's a good ass fucking line. I love that. And I also want to ask as well, were you always that confident on stage?
Yeah. I mean, like, it's not even necessarily like, I never really viewed it as confidence. I guess that's the thing, is I've always sort of put it into a position where I just saw it as like a gift and a privilege to be able to do that. And also, I'm a man in where I'm from, and I didn't have many ways to express what I was feeling, especially in like a more vulnerable setting. So I really took the opportunity to use that, and that's what I did for a long time. And then I also, again, art to me is like the closest thing I've known for a long time to love and to any sort of deity. And so I've always just taken the opportunity to honor that shit. That's really, again, if I take myself out of it, like, it ain't even about me. I don't even know if it's necessarily confidence as much as it is like kneeling at the altar of art. You know what I mean?
Shit.
That's how I feel about it.
That's awesome. And it's like the way you create these things, and like also like when you had that evolution with your music, when you started like kind of integrating hip hop and shit.
Yeah.
Oh, motherfuckers in the Bay Area were like,
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
You listen to that new Fever 3?
Yeah. Because it's like, I mean, I actually fuck with the Bay because it just particularly reminds me of Inglewood. Like, especially like, like I'm saying, like Vacaville, Sacramento, Oakland, you know what I'm saying? Like that reminds me of home. So I really, like, to be super real, I made that shit for us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I really wanted to do that, especially relative against the backdrop of whatever was happening in the scene or even in rap. Like, I wanted to create something that, could try to occupy its own lane.
Yeah. And I fucking loved it because it was just like, I don't know how, like, before you even did that, I was like, there's no way they can make it better than it already is.
I appreciate you.
And then when you dropped that shit, like when you did the new, when
Yeah.
I first had the New West Order,
Yeah.
I was like, what? And I was listening to it like the other day, and I was like, and I looked at it and I was like, shit, this already came out a year
Yeah,
ago?
crazy, huh? I was thinking
like,
the same thing.
I was like, this feels like it was like a month
Crazy,
or two
huh?
ago.
I know. The time space like suspension. You know what I mean? That's really. But again, I mean, I'm gonna keep coming back to it because I think it's just like the crux and nexus of everything for me, or most things for me, is like art is something that really does suspend belief and creates again this net of love that can surround everything, and in a way where it's like it's not saccharine and it's not I sound hyperbolic, I sound verbose, I get it, but really, like, that's the thing is I could explain this with one word, and it's love, you know, and that to me is like the most important thing, is being able to communicate with people, whether or not they actually understand the language.
Yeah, that's why, like, I actually have a tattoo of Jimi Hendrix on my leg.
That's
and
the guy.
With my favorite line, it says, "Excuse me while I kiss the sky."
Dude, I'm saying, bro. And I miss that. Fuck, man. Like, I miss the Hendrix, the Bowies, you know what I'm saying? The fucking, even, like, I know, but the James Browns, like, the people that just dedicated everything to art, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's my shit. Like, that's what I really love, you know? And then even, like, I mean, I guess this is now older, but, you know, the NWAs, but now we got the Kendricks, you know, we still got Trash Talk, you know, from the Bay, like, people that just do it because they're in love with it.
Yes.
And everything else is sort of cursory.
I always tell, like, I like had a family member who was like, "Oh, I want to get into photography," and I'm like, "Oh, have you been doing a lot of research?" And you're just like, almost like you kind of starting to get a little bit obsessed with it. They go, "Nah, I just kind of like, I think it'd be nice to get paid to do that." And I was like, then that's where you kind of have that fault line.
That's what I mean.
Like, I'm like fucking obsessed. Like, people know this shit. I have had people tell me, "Chris, take a fucking break."
Yeah. But you gotta be. Like, if you're gonna honor this thing, okay, look, you gotta think, right? If you're going to reciprocate with art or creativity, like, it is like one of the most important and most sort of like, you know, seemingly egregious things you can experience. And if you're gonna honor it, you got to do so much, because it does so much for us.
Oh yeah.
You know,
it is a very big thing with, like, loving your craft, because, like, if you don't love it, then you're gonna, it's not that it's gonna immediately just, like, make you fall off of it, but eventually you're gonna be like, this isn't worth it. Of course. Because why are you gonna do a craft that you don't have to do? Right. When you don't even fucking love it? There's no point in it.
No. There's not. And that's the thing, again, like, I really believe in this, and I've been sort of repeating this myself. Like, I'm living a value-based life versus a value-oriented life versus a goal-oriented life. Mm-hmm. I just want to, you know, I really just want to follow my values, and goals to me, they move, and they're ever changing, and they're perpetual. They're always going to be, there's always more and more and more. Whereas a value-oriented life is, you know what it is that is important to you, that you feel is offering something to the world or to those around you. And if that is, you know, sort of your guardrails, then you can achieve that. Yeah. You know, and even though that is perpetual, you know that each effort is about something that is worth more than money, material, status, etc.
Yes.
You know,
people don't realize that just because you don't make money right at the beginning doesn't mean anything. No. Like, how many shows, how many alleys I filmed in with bands, how many skate parks, how many just, like, legit, I've done it right next to a porta potty on a construction site across the street from a venue. I mean, the amount of fucking shows that I played in basements and squats and popping up in donut shops, like, just donut shop, that's pretty cool though.
Yeah, man, like, it's honestly, bro, it's like, I just think that this whole idea is alternative. Like, this idea of creating and then making a lane or lifestyle out of it is inherently rebellious and inherently, you know, out there. It's alternative. And so you have to just be willing to understand that the currency and the exchange of currency is your love for it.
Yes.
And if that's all you get, then you're rich. You know what I'm saying? Money's like that's like a byproduct, you know, in a capitalist structure and apparatus. Like, yeah, we need to live. But to me, man, I'm just lucky to fucking, like I said, to get paid in being able to do it.
Yeah.
You know?
And I think there's no better way to end this with that, because like it is. And I also want everybody to take that into account next time, even if you see any band, but if you see Fever 333, just know there's one word you got to know, and that is love.
That's it.
And you need to show that love, because you paid for that ticket to go to that show, to have that experience. Don't let that experience go to waste.
Tell them. I love it. I love it. I love that.
And that's why I live every concert to the fullest, and that's why I just have fun with it, and I just want to see what happens. Like when I was telling you, I was like me coming down to LA.
Yeah.
And seeing if we can do some
Yeah.
shit.
Let's dude, honestly, just hit us. I was saying, hit me up. We'll see what, yeah.
But I don't think this is the last time they'll see you.
Nah, this is one of many.
Dude, I want to thank you again. I also want you guys to all go, if you don't know, which I don't know how, but go all his links will be down in the link below. And also, I also want to shout out, because you were telling me you have it's like an anti-ICE corporation.
Yes. So we I've got some friends up in the Pacific Northwest right now that work all along the West Coast, but all around the country. And they have resources and assistance in anybody affected with the recent ICE raids that are continuing, and various other things that may have to deal with immigration law. So again, the Project Fever, yes, we want to create a soundtrack to some sort of movement, but we also want to be a resource. So please reach out and we can get you connected, and any help or even just education that you may need or desire.
That is awesome. I always tell bands, we need to benefit the people.
Yeah, man.
That's also what this music's about.
Yes, sir.
And thank you so much again. Dream fucking podcast.
Yo, appreciate you.
Dream fucking podcast. And we'll catch you next week, Mosh Pit.